going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode, another show of Sips and Sniffs. I'm your host, Hidden Gems, your boy. All right. One half of the dynamic duo, one third of the terrible tripod, and everything else that you don't want to hear. All right. What's going on, y'all, man? Hey, look, it is Sunday night. Thank y'all for coming in and being a part of this program, as usual. All right. I know. It's Sunday night football, and the Bears are playing the Rams. Okay. But let's keep it real. All right. I'm a Cowboys fan, and I'm going to keep it honest with you because that's all we can do, especially since we out. All right. Don't nobody care about the Bears. All right. The bad news Bears are lucky to be here in the first place. So, aside from putting some wages on how bad they're going to lose, I don't care. So we're gonna go ahead and go through with this sampling Sunday and discover a couple of houses, man. One that we've talked about before, one that we've actually engaged with the owner, and we might do a little so tonight as well. And one from a new house, new to me, new to some, but this is actually one that some more people from our cul-de-sac or our community have already introduced to some of us at least. You know, the first brand that we're going to get into, I believe I was introduced to them by, I think it was definitely Aroma Dolce. All right, Esteban. I believe who else? It was either Esteban, Dutch, Habib, or World. They were talking about them, and so yeah, we were talking. I heard them talk about some of the samples that they had gotten. They were blown away by several of them. And yeah, I figured I'd go ahead and reach out to the guy and see if I can get my nose on him. And thus, yes. All right. We have a little football hate in here, but you know, hey. Oh yeah, man. Hey, shout out to the Bad News Bears and the well, the Los Angeles Rams. They're doing good. Rams are looking like they're gonna make their way to another Super Bowl soon. Whether they win or not is another thing, but they look like they're gonna go ahead and make their way over there. So shout out to them for the work that they've been putting in this season and in the off season because their owner actually cares, unlike some of ours. Okay, and yeah, we're just gonna keep them moving, man. Hey, good luck to them, but I ain't tuning in. I am not tuning in. All right. Man, let me come to y'all today. All right. Before I even come to the chat, let me go ahead and say shout out to everybody who's here. But you know what? For many of y'all who've been with the show, you understand that skincare is a very serious thing to me. And it was to a lot of people that have been on here, from the brands of Butter Baby to House Urban to Jay Chantel to whatever. And I just wanted to give a shout out to House Urban and my guy Hassan. Many of y'all have actually supported the brand, so you know how good and how high quality the body oils are. Right now, all the way through February the 20th, he has opened his vault. Now, in his vault, he has some of the selections and some of the fragrances and whatnot that are not available readily throughout the year. And so it is good. They are open and available for purchase through February 20th, is what he was saying. And right now, I think he has like a hoppy sale where they're 30% off. So if you see something on houseurban.com, go take a look. His blends are phenomenal. Okay. Very good. I love them. And it's not because he sent me quite a few of them, because before I even knew who he was or before we came in contact, I had bought half of his house anyway. All right. So the oils are good. They're great on skin, easy and fast absorbing. They give you a shine and not a coat, okay, in a sense. And they are good, man. But let me tell you two that I would encourage everybody to get right now, because they are bulk specials and they are available right now. And these would help you through the warmer weather when it comes time. And that is, of course, I did a video on this. Endless Summer um, by Glazed Dry Body Oil from House Urban. All right. And here you've got Solar, Amber, and Cocoa. Now, this is a rich, not too dark, but definitely deep smelling amber. It has a little bit of cocoa in there, a little cacao, and yeah, and it has some citruses, and it smells like a warm summer night, a warm summer night date. Definitely one of my go-tos during the summer, especially when it's not too hot or whenever I have a evening date. All right, and I want to wear something more sensual. Goes well with some of my gourmands, my chocolate gourmands and whatnot. So definitely want to be on the lookout for that. And then this one right here, I got an extra bottle. This is Good Summer. Okay, now Good Summer is. Let me see. Good Summer. I forget the notes in it, but yo, this is really good. It's you put this on skin, you're gonna have a good summer. Oh yeah. I don't know if this is the one with yuzu or whatnot fruits. Let me see real quick, y'all. But this is good, man. I particularly like this. I'm not gonna spend long on this, but I did want to go ahead and talk about this. All right, because like I said, right now he's got a 30% off sale going on. And I mean, hey, get you a little discount on there. All sizes, got bundles and everything. But oh, okay. And so here it is. So Good Summer has ylang ylang, all right, lang ylang, plumeria, sandalwood, geranium. It has a note of palm, jasmine, and bamboo. Y'all, this is really nice. Phenomenal on skin. One of my favorites. Like I said, this is my second bottle. I absolutely love this one. Goes well with quite a few of my vetiver fragrances, something green, citric, whatever it may be. Honestly, goes well. The other one I already explained it to you, and then of course I give you one for those that aren't necessarily big on fragrances, but you want to make sure that you got a shine and whatnot. He also has that pure, and you can see by this, I don't decant out body oil, so you can see that pure is fragrance free. All right. For those of y'all who are purists and you want your fragrance to not be intervened with by your body oil or other fragrances, if you're not a layer, that right there is good. That right there is perfect for you. Like I said, 30% off right now from the House Urban line, houseurban.com. Go see if you can find you some. All right. But let me go ahead and move on to the next one. All right. Before I get to the chat, one last thing, y'all. Hey, look, feeding into the body, to the body care. All right. Shout out to Jay Chantel. She sent me another care package of some oils that I have recently been getting into. Okay. Now, one of them I'm putting up on my story tonight. And it is actually pretty good. No lies. Pretty darn good. And yeah, we're gonna talk about it. So we got from Jay Chantel, the Lost Scents collection. We have 34 Summer Boulevard. All right. There we go. So in here, what you get is citrus fruits, peach, plum, and sugar. Absolutely beautiful. The peach plum and the sugar are the highlighted points of the fragrance on skin. All right. Oof, just recently used it. All right. I apply that on skin, and then of course I have to go with my layer for fragrance because I don't do layers on fragrances. I do body oils and layers. And we got Ex Nihilo Blue Talisman. That peach note in here is simply wonderful. All right. And then, you know, unlike right now, but when your boy gets ready to work, as a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna wear this tomorrow. I apply that Fetty Says Peach Musk. So we peached out. All right. We peach in here. So yeah, man. That's my little layer. That's gonna be it was one of my favorite layers for last week. It will definitely be one of my favorite layers for this week. And we're gonna go from there, man. Let me go ahead and get to the chat. Shout out to everybody who's still with us. I'm sorry, I just had to throw that in there. Got a new way I'm trying to hold down the lives today. So we're gonna go from there. First up in the chat is Fragrance Decant Boutique. What's going on? What's going on? All right. Second up is my guy Joel Matrix. All right. Son of the day is Paco Rabanne 1 Million Lucky. Percy Chavez, East Texas, Central Texas representative. All right. Got that son of the day is L'Homme Ideal Extreme. Guerlain. I love that designer. Beautiful. Now, I can't remember if the extreme is the plum or if it's the cherry. We were talking about that in the group chat, but I always forget. But either way, both of them I got, and both of them are beautiful. All right. Simone, hey, y'all are too funny. What's going on, Simone? What's up, sis? All right. She says, scent of the day. Well, scent of my hair is a collage Harim Al Sultan. All right. Nice. Slim, what up, baby? Happy Sunday. How you doing? My guy Larry, what's going on? What's going on? Of course, Will the Thrill. What's good? Sunday is Soul Boutique. Man, you already know. Compliments of that boy Joel Matrix. He put me on too. All right. Joel said hit that like button. Appreciate that. Definitely give us a thumbs up. Share us if you can. Let people know we're here. Alicia. What's going on? Already. Mr. Gumbo, what's going on? Let the church say amen. Yes, sir. How you doing today? Of course, that boy Nightbot, always in here. Nightbot must not be Christian because he already put you on the naughty list for saying, let the church say amen. That's ridiculous. My guy Jason, what's good? I said, hey, not a damn thing. Not the terrible tripod. I had to, man. I had to. What up, Keith? What's good, man? What's going on, baby? World, what's going on, Mundo? Yeah, man. Oh, go Rams, man. Good luck. All right, good luck. Texas lost, so don't nobody care about football no more. Yeah, okay, yeah. We can chalk it up to that if you want to. All right. Dame, stepchild, stepbrother. What's going on? Mystery for him by Myth. All right. Nice. Let me go ahead and make my way down here. See who I got. Frankie, what's going on? Center of the day is Dumont Nitro White. All right. And of course, my guy Sean, Mr. Clark. Center of the day is Cherrigan Fiesta Habana. Man, I'm glad you put that in there because I need to get that. I'm going to buy that. I'm going to buy that for sure. Boz, what's good, baby? Center of the night is Adonis Awakens. All right. Nice little Argo joint. I love it. Are my comments being seen? I'm seeing them. But Jason, you're in the vertical. So you're on the cell phone side, baby. You got to come to the vertical, man, or to the horizontal. And we will see everything you put up there. What up, Jules? What's going on, man? Already. Larry says center of the day is Kamara Laird with Maj Appletini. All right, nice. Okay, Ball says he sees them because he's in the vertical as well. If y'all want to, y'all come to the horizontal, but I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all's regardless. All right. What's going on, Dutch? Center of the day, sampling some new formulations. Nice. Always count on you to go there, man. Scent Boss, Cowboys fans in the house for show. You already know, man. You already know. Center of the day is Baby Cat. What is that? Raw Bourbon by YSL. And I got to get my nose on that. Sheesh. I've seen several people talking about that. The lovely Mitra. How are you doing, lady? All right. Let me see here. Jules, yeah, go check the vault out, man. I think I sent you some, didn't I? I sent you some in that little care package, if I'm not mistaken. It's just you and Balls, baby. You and Balls. Let me see here. My guy Bar. What's good? That's the little bro, the little fragrance homie, the little fragrance brother, and the little cyber security brother. Hey, much love to him, man. Appreciate you for coming on. Yeah, hey. House Urban got some stuff, man. Got some stuff. HBK, what's good? Good evening, everybody. So today is Oud Kanam. Let us know what brand that's from, HBK. For real. Oh, you was on the weird page. Yeah, man. Hey, let me get through here, y'all. Good Summer is your favorite already, Dame. It's a good one, man, for real. That boy said hair bundles. I don't know about that one. Not no hair bundles, brother. Not no hair bundles. All right, you mean pear. No, not peach and blue. Pear, peach. You know what? You're right. But hey, it's fruity. It's sweet and fruity. But you're right, Jace. You're right. That's my bad. You know, I don't be walking around with a book of all the notes of all the fragrances I buy. I just know what smells good. And sometimes I remember the key notes, sometimes I don't. But yes, you're right. Pear and peach was the combo of the week. All right. Yes. Scent Boss said, in my opinion, L'Homme Ideal Cologne Forte by Guerlain is a 10 out of 10 when you account for the price, scent composition, and performance. Blind Buy worthy. I've heard that from several people, man, for real. I've heard a lot of people that like that, but I've never actually got my nose on it. I'm hoping to one day, for real, for real, for real. Already. Slim, at least it says Sin of the Day is Divine Vanilla. All right. Is that Divine Vanilla or Divine Vanille? Does say Extreme Plum. Let's not forget. Oh, Extreme is the plum. Let's not forget again. Chill out. Whatever. My guy Terrence, what's up, baby? Sin of the Day is Imagination by LV. All right. Speaking of LV, that boy went on an LV shopping spree not too long ago, man. Hey, got to put in the chat what you bought, man. I don't want to have to go back down the rabbit hole of chasing you on IG, baby. What's going on, Ralph? What's good, man? What's going on? Mitch said, I'm good. Wearing Van Cleef. All right, Neroli Amara. Nice, nice. Let me get down here, Habibi. I see you, baby. All right. My guy HBK said Oud Kanam is by Bortnikov. Okay. Oh, snap. Okay. Definitely got to check that out. All right. What up, sis? What's going on, Nicole? Nicole Cherie, y'all go ahead and give my girl a follow and a shout out. Man, she's been putting out some real content recently, man, for all my girlies that are looking for good recommendations. Jewel, I think you follow her already, but Simone, definitely go holler at my girl, beauty lover, Nicole Cherise. All right. She's putting out some great content both on IG and on YouTube. She's filling it up. And boy, hey, and I love some of her recommendations. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to use a few for my lady friend. You know what I'm saying? But no, go follow her, give her a like, let her know I sent you, show her some love. She's part of the community too. You know what I'm saying? She just comes and goes. She's in college. She's the elder child that's in college that comes and goes on the weekends and whatnot. But show her some love. Simone says, sorry, guys, was adding shot card, of course. James, I'm sending you. Terrence said, you already know, baby. Yeah, I know, man. I know. Jeff, what's good, baby? What's going on? All right, so we are coming to an end, man. Sin of the Day is Puerto Rico by City Rhythm. We're going to talk about something like that. And I already got my guy, Luke, in the back. We're going to go ahead and bring him on first before I go ahead and get to because we got 3 fragrances that I got to talk about from him. My guy, Fragrance Journey. Sin of the Day is Edo. Okay, AO or Edo. All right. Reggie, what's going on? Sin of the Day, Swiss Arabian 01. All right. My guy Jeff said John Paul Gaultier, Paradise Garden. All right. Coconut is throwing you off. Got it. That's been the problem with a lot of people talking about that, man. All right, man. Let me go ahead and scroll down. Oh, Mayo Fushini Luce. Nice. And last but not least, my guy Raph said Sin of the Night is Casamarati Lira. Okay. All right. Yeah. Like a nice little lemon dish, a lemon meringue pie. I got you. Slim, I do appreciate you. You follow her on IG and YouTube. So you can attest to the goodness that she provides on her pages. So yes, give her a follow if you haven't already. Show her some love, man. Show her some love. All right, y'all. Now, you know what we're here for. It's Sunday samples. All right. And yes, I forgot. It's Sunday. Of course, Bar would be the one to bring about reminding me of this. Sorry. Where to drink it? We're going to make it short and sweet because I got work in the morning. All right. So before I get my guy Luke on, who is patiently waiting in the back, let me go ahead and get this shot going. All right. I think I'm going to do a half a shot, or at least, no, it's a shot. We're going to take this shot and we're going to get going, baby. We're going to take this shot and we're going to get going. Appreciate you, Raph, man. Appreciate you for showing the love, man. Exactly, Joel. Got to support the Frag family. Type E. Yeah, we back in it, man. I didn't clear it up a lot of the gut issues. You know what I'm saying? That mushroom coffee is doing some work, you know. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a shot. Come Thursday, though, I should have my surprise in hand, and so you'll be getting a authentic, real review for Sips and Sniffs on Thursday, man. All right, and we're gonna go from there. But yes, go pour one. This is real liquor here. Hey, once again, you know, if we're gonna take shots, it's got to be tequila or whiskey, depending. But today we're doing this. Buchanan's Pineapple, yet again, it's a spirit drink. Boy, I love this pineapple whiskey. Man, it is good to go. No rum tonight. I'm not a quitter. I just can't go as hard as I used to, baby. All right, let's go ahead. Hey, woo, and let's get to it. All right, y'all. So you've seen the thumbnail. All right, let me go ahead and bring it up one more time. Okay, y'all have seen the thumbnail. Today we are going to be talking about two houses. First house is a dear special friend of mine, as you can see at the bottom there. All right. The elemental, for those who know. All right. And yeah, man. For those who don't know, let me go ahead and tell you a little bit about the elemental. All right. Now, I put these in my own words. All right. And now your boy didn't have a whole lot of time to memorize this, and I'm not going to read it off of the dome. Okay. But let me go ahead and tell you about the elemental. All right. So, hey, this brand owned and lead perfumer are my friend, my special friend. We've been kicking it on the lives for quite some time. Every time I go to New York, I gotta give him a holler. I gotta go out there and show him some love. And he does the same for me, man. Great guy. But let me tell you about the brand. Fulfills the need of luxury and elegance, along with the key to one's carnal desires and seductive nature, all in one bottle. All right. Now, is by far a masterclass of combining quality, artistry, and mass appeal in a beautifully blended bottle of skin juice. Now, reason why I call it skin juice is when you get on skin, man, hey, I'm telling you, a lot of people want date night fragrances that reach across the room or even sometimes across the table. But the way Luke blends his is that they're so sensual, seductive that why reach across the table? When she smells you, she's going to be wanting to sit right next to you. So there's no need. All right. But yeah, this brand is not meant to reach across the room for attention, but rather a close encounter. All right. And a demand for intimate moments between you and the one you choose to capture in your sensual scent bubble. All right. What you think about that, man? What you think about that? Hey, yeah, yeah. Your boy can write when he needs to or when he wants to. All right. But man, today my guy sent me 3 fragrances to go over, and I'm gonna get him on here to talk about it. One is Electric Intercourse. The other one is Smoke, Sex, and Latex. All right. And then the third one is When We Come and We Don't End in an OME. All right. Oh, what up, Bashan? What up, Bashan? Hey, let me go ahead and bring my guy on. I see you in the back, my guy. All right, Harsh, I see you back there. We're gonna go ahead and talk about these 3 fragrances from the Elemental, and then we'll get to you. But with no further ado, y'all, my guy, your guy, all right, Luke Solomon.
What's up, man?
What's good? What's good, man?
I love that intro, bro.
Hey. Look, Luke, man, you know what I'm saying? Like the love, bro. Like you already know how we are. All right. You
Most
know,
definitely, man.
like we fragrance family. Like I tell everybody, there's a lot of people. I have a big family on here, but when it comes to people that I talk to on the regular, people that I can depend on, people that if I have a question or a concern, I can call on it, and they're there, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? You know you've been one of them. You know
Yeah,
from the jump. From the
same here,
conversation.
man.
So yeah, so man, hey, shout out to you. Let me go ahead and give you your flowers. For those who don't know, Luke was one of the biggest hits at Scent Explorer this year and last year. As a matter of fact, I think the past 3 years. But one of the top sellers up there. All right. And his name is ringing through the streets, the alleys, the backdoor joints of New York right now. I mean, You know what I'm saying? When I was up there talking to him, boy, you would have thought I was talking to a not a living legend, but definitely a celebrity for sure. All right. Biggest thing that was popping, one of the biggest people that was popping over there in the manual section, man. So hey, appreciate you finding some time to come in here. All right.
Listen, always for you, bro. I'm always here, man. Just like you said, my fragrance family, is comprised of a small crew of folks, and you like the main dude, man. Me and you talk all the time, and like you my brother, bro. So I'm always here.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Well, hey, so um, real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and tease this in the beginning. All right. So I don't have to answer a whole lot of questions later on. Y'all, he sent me. Luke has been making some moves, y'all, some real big moves.
I do.
And one of them is with one of the bigger and upcoming name brands. Well, I say upcoming, but they've been around for a while, but they're really starting to grow in popularity with the notoriety and the word of mouth spread that they're getting on TikTok right now. And that is the brand of City Rhythms. Shout out to Niles. All right. We talked about him before. I have been on record saying that I don't know how his new stuff smells. But when I smelt it, when he had the previous perfumer, I was not always a big fan. I think I liked them at first, and then eventually I grew tired of some of the blends and whatnot. But since he's replaced that perfumer, I really haven't gotten my nose on anything. But
Yeah, the newest one is really really good. I was very impressed,
okay, well, I'm gonna have
and
to get my
that's
nose.
a big deal when shit impressed me.
Yeah, yeah, because you're a hell of a critic. All right, this
Yeah,
man right
listen,
here,
I'm
man.
critical on my own stuff, so
Yeah,
yeah.
to a T, man. But y'all, shout out to Luke because he scored himself and earned himself. Not to mention earned himself, but then also Niles earned himself a collaboration with a hell of a perfumer, and we're gonna talk about this soon enough. All right. Shout out to you, my
Yes.
guy, man. Hey, I smelt it. All I can say, y'all, is beautiful. I ain't gonna lie, and for those who think, look, I've called Luke. There are several. No, no, there's plenty in his fragrance list of fragrances that I was not feeling.
Yeah, and I understand
Nah,
because not everything's not for everyone. Yeah.
that's right. But I've got six and some more that I need to get that I absolutely love. All right, absolutely love. Night sex, cashmere sex, um, deeper. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's several of them. But tonight we're going to talk about these three that you sent me. All right, and then we'll take a little bit from the chat and whatnot. But that's going to be electric intercourse, smoke, sex, and latex, and of course when we come. Now, let's go ahead and start off with the PG-13, maybe the rated R. All right, electric intercourse. All right, let's go ahead and start right there, man. All right, we're not gonna rush into it. We're gonna slowly approach it. All right,
we gonna slowly put it in.
for real. We gotta take our time. All right,
Yeah.
like my guy said, Leon Thomas. Take your time. What's the rush? Ooh.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, I'm just saying, man. But hey, you know what? I've already smelt these, but at the same time, I'm gonna mash these up with some music, man. I'll mash these up. This
Oh,
is gonna be a
most
sense of
definitely.
sound situation. But y'all, first up,
Electric intercourse is some serious. That's some soft prints. That's before we get to the dirty prints.
hey, now let me tell y'all about electric intercourse, y'all. All right. First and foremost, beautiful soft blend. All right. Now, off top, I'm getting florals, something soft, almost powdery, almost like a clean sheet of linen, or not necessarily linen, but almost like clean sheets. I'm getting, oh man, a sweet musk too, because there's like a musk covering on here. This is nice. Now, let me say this, all right? This would not be for me, but fellas, I'm telling you
It's
right now,
very feminine leaning. Yeah.
very feminine, but this on a woman,
Mm-hmm.
when you're just laying around the house, this is not a fragrance that I would encourage like my girl to necessarily wear when we're going out, because clean is something that I want to smell when she's laid on top of me or on me or whatnot, and we're just laying around the house. I want to be clean. I want to be fresh. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of vibe I like.
That is, I created that. That's very much a skin scent. That is for, like you said, it's for when you walk past her and you catch a whiff of that, and then there's a baby coming, because it just started happening, because it's that's what it does.
Right. This right here is perfect for like a Sunday when you ain't got nothing planned. You know what I'm saying? You come home from church, you know what I'm saying? You know, already did the laundry, dishes clean, you know what I'm saying? You didn't meal prep, you know what I'm saying? So all you gotta do is throw stuff in the microwave and whatnot. All you and your girl gonna do is sit up there and Netflix or read a book for a period of time. Y'all just gonna hang around the house. This is a perfect fragrance for her. Honestly, in that type of situation, although it is quite feminine, this is so clean though. All right. The floors are so soft and clean that I could see a man wearing it around the house. It's not something necessarily to be worn around others, but around you. This is the type of fragrance that you would put in a candle, that you would want in one of those wallflowers and whatnot. This is what you would like to smell. Seriously, this is good. So let me go ahead and get to this real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up. All right. In here we got lotus, lily of the valley. Okay. We got vanilla musk, sandalwood, and amorous. So the sandalwood is definitely giving it a light, creamy nature. I would say probably that amorous. If I had to guess, because amory and I think it's what is it, amorous or amory?
It's amber's.
Amorous. All right. Yeah. When I smell it, I usually smell that note in like a lot of clean scents. Like, what is that? There's one by Mason Francis Kirkshon. I forget which one. No, it's called Emery's. Emery's. Right, and it smells similar. It's always a clean floral joint, right? And this is none different, man. But what you are getting in here, you do smell the lotus, and it's almost like a petal. It's almost like lotus petals. All right.
Mhm.
You get the musk, you get that vanilla musk because it is a slight sweetness, nothing overly cloying, nothing synthetic in a sense that it's overly powerful with the vanilla, but it's just something like slightly sweet with a musky covering and a bit of and a touch of clean florals, white florals at that. This is good. But I gotta ask you, Luke, what led to the creation of this, man? Because you
Well,
known to having some stories, wild or not. You always got a story for these.
my thing with this was I wanted something for my lady, like that was not that it had sillage, but it was something that really drawed you in. It was more about being close than projection. So I wanted something that would just have me wrapped up in her, or whoever she would be, um, when smelling that fragrance, because it's so beautiful close up. Like that's something that you want to, well, you say you don't like it, but even if you're a man and you wear it, she's a woman, she's wearing it, you both wearing it. I encourage like couples to wear my fragrances together. I think that's one of the most beautiful things you can do, is smell the same when you're making love or doing whatever you do or whatever. But that is crazy. But just being that close to someone and smelling that fragrance is beautiful.
Yeah, and no, and this is good, man. I won't lie. In a clean solo moment where it's just you and your spouse, you and your girl or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I would definitely recommend that you wear it together. That would be ideal. This is ideal for that wear, especially for my guys who struggle finding a chance to wear like soft florals and whatnot, clean florals. Definitely wearable with your girl. You know what I'm saying?
And when you wear a fragrance with your significant other, you're gonna create memories. those memories are gonna keep you intertwined in that moment and draw you back to it. So it's like, yeah, you're wearing a fragrance, it's beautiful, but there's a purpose behind it. You're creating something through both wearing it at the same time. It's intentional, man.
Well, this is good, man. This is definitely yeah, this is definitely a good one. All right. So appreciate hey, I know someone out there is appreciating that one. I for some reason, and the fact that it's a skin scent is definitely good too, because it's something that you don't get until you're within in a close proximity. So, and I hear from a lot of women like they love a clean smelling man. This is gonna get you that. This is gonna get you that. If they get close, it's gonna be what they want to smell. This is good, but for my guys, like seriously, smelling this on my girl,
Mhm.
on most women, this is
That's
nice.
gonna be crazy, bro.
Yes.
Right on the back of that neck, that little neck side part right there. Please, she won't be standing up for too long.
You hear that, man? Hey, already, man. Already. What's going on, Trey? Hey. So yeah, so that was the first one. For those who were wondering, that is electric intercourse. All right.
And that's gonna be back up on the 25th. But yeah,
Already. So right now it's not there, but give it a week, and there you go. All right. So my second one, man, and this one I was actually excited to smell. So this from the Elemental brand as well, and this is smoke, sex, and latex, y'all. Now, Luke, while I apply this to skin, man, go ahead and tell us how you came up with that name, man. Go ahead. Hey, I'm dying to know.
yo, I used to see
Check.
somebody.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Let me know. I'm sorry.
I used to see somebody that was a dominatrix, and when I found out that's what she did, it was crazy. Like the first time, like she introduced me to um her playtime, but like she wanted to be a sub and she wanted me to dominate her, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, well, this is gonna be fun. But she had on some perfume. I don't know. It was because this was a while ago. But the latex and the perfume together, it was real interesting. I was like, yo. And it hit me like a couple of weeks ago. Like it just popped in my head and I was like, I need to recreate that. And then I just happened to I had some incense burning and that kind of triggered it too, because it kind of came in as a note of the smell. And then, that's where we go.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Look, y'all. Let me just go ahead and break this down. All right. So I'm smelling this. All right. Whenever Luke's on here or whenever we're talking about elemental fragrance, you already know. Put the kids away. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm putting to
yeah,
bed,
put the kids
whatever it
away.
is. All right, you know what I'm saying. We waited until 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying. Hopefully, you're on Eastern Standard Time. They should be in bed by 8. All right, but y'all, look, I don't know what to tell you. This really smells like smoke, latex, and sex. All right. Well, for
In a
one,
good way.
in a good way. Now, the sex, not so much as far as what you. It would be about your perception of how it smells. But the smoke you get for sure. Okay. The latex, as funny as it sounds, yo,
It's in there.
y'all, this smells like a used rubber. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Hey, this smells. This well, no, not a used rubber. This smells like when you break open, hopefully that Trojan, the gold pack.
Nah, so
All
you
right,
gotta spend a little
you know
bit
what I'm
more
saying?
money than that. You can't
Hey,
be
since
using
we're there,
rubbers.
all right, since we're there, okay. When you bust, right, when you break open that Trojan man, all right, I'm telling you right now. Hopefully the gold pack, okay, y'all. That smell that you get, that latex, that what is that? The gel.
The
Get that in
gel,
here. My
not
God.
quite the
Get that gel with
gel.
some incense. This is crazy. This is crazy. Hey, come here. Come here. No, come here. Come here. Come hither. Uh, she on one. She on. Hey, I'm telling you right now, y'all. This is smoking latex. All right, y'all. This is fresh smoke and a fresh open con. Like seriously, this is crazy. All right, let's go ahead and
If
get to.
James Bond had it.
Oh my God, let's get to these notes because this is insane. All right, this is insane that you were able to come up with that accord. Like that's crazy. That's literally crazy. And you know what? I need to put this background in here because yeah, I don't need anything else showing right now. Yo, check this out. In the top is suede, okay? Definitely get the suede. You got a fireside accord. Now that fireside accord provides the smokiness, all right? But the
Yeah.
thing about the fireside accord is that whatever he did to make that accord, it is blending in well with the suede that is giving it that off-putting, smoky condom effect. Okay. Then he has burnt sugar. All right. And it's not sweet sugar. This is burnt sugar to a point where it's just not. If you've ever smelled burnt sugar, it's one where you can smell the burn, but you can't smell the smoke in it. I guess that's one way of putting it. It comes off as a little charred sweetness to an
Yeah,
extent.
it's sweet and woody.
Yes. And then of course you got dark resin and latex. Now that latex accord, I can see why you put the suede in there because the suede is definitely pushing that latex accord forward. It's giving it a little density, a little texture in the smell, I guess you would say, right?
Mm.
But this is crazy, Luke.
It's very male leaning in women. Like I did a focus group of 20 women, 10 men. 29 of the focus group, they all loved it, which was crazy. All the women was like, yo, I want this on my man. Dudes, they was loving it too. The one person that was undecided was just like, it's not bad, it's not good. As she was like, I don't know what it is. But she was like, it's something. And I was like, I'll take that. But it is definitely male leaning. And like I said, the women really loved it. It's
This
kind
is
of, I'm
man.
sorry, guys.
Go ahead. I was just saying
Now
this.
it's definitely like if your significant other was James Bond and he just rolled in from the cigar lounge or something, and he was smelling like that, and you up on him, you up on him, because you know what's about to happen.
Look, this is ultra niche, y'all. All right. This is one of those fragrances. If you like it, you love it. All right. This is one like if you like it, you're gonna love it. Like for
Hmm.
real. For me, it's interesting, man.
Listen,
Can't say
I
this
get
is one I'm
you
gonna
know
try,
it's,
but I
it's
could
all
see
good.
where this. The funny thing is that the blend itself, I've seen people that have talked about these style of blends and whatnot, and how it literally is a turn on. Man, this is crazy though. Me personally, I'm just amazed at the latex accord and how it's blended so well with the fire and the
Yeah, I
and
worked on that for a minute, man. That took a minute to get that there.
what up, Kev? Man, dude, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Salute to you too, Kevin, man. What's good, bro?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, real quick, let me address this. So yeah, I disabled Nightbot as an administrator. So you don't have to be afraid of. But yeah. But my guy HBK said Newport's condoms and Averex leather. Hey,
Tag, he said the
the smell
Averex.
of late night
We
New
could
York.
tag. You went all the way projects on that.
Oh, my guy Sean says sonogram sense.
That's very sterile.
Oh my God, man, this is crazy. But yeah, man, this is. Hey, I'm dead serious, y'all. My guy World said Trojan Magnum tincture.
What's that? What's my
Y'all,
favorite shit? Skins, the
y'all, this is
lambskin
what you
joints.
get, man. Look, this is what you get when you go to the house of the elemental and you are willing to put your nose on some of this stuff. Just be ready, man.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna,
Just be ready.
I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you because I got some bangers.
But in all the jokes and all the wild names, dude, when you put your nose on some of these, you will be not just surprised, but kind of amazed in a sense of how, what made you put these together? How did you come up with those accords? You know what I'm saying? Like the number of questions that go through my mind when I smell someone was just like, where, how? You know what I'm saying? When did you come about this particular smell and what made you want to go this direction to get it? You know what I'm saying? Let alone the name. After I smell these, the name is the last thing that I'm questioning. You know what I'm saying? This is good, Luke. I mean, I this is not an everyday step out. This is not an easy reach. Okay, this is not something
Nah,
that hey, baby, I'm about to run and get some groceries, and you just gonna reach for this bottle and spray it on. You might, if you accidentally grab this and spray it on in the wrong moment, you're gonna
nah.
go in
So this
because it is very particular, in my opinion.
this is for playtime, as the
Yeah.
dominatrix call it. This is definitely for playtime. I mean, I've worn it out, testing, and
Yes.
I got tons of compliments. But it's definitely it, it's really about you. But when I reference it in my mind, even though I've worn it, it's definitely playtime.
Dude, this really does smell a dominatrix. Honestly, I can see a dominatrix with a cigarette in hand. All right,
Hmm?
one of those European cigarettes where it has the little holder and then a little cigarette attached to it. I can see that, and she's in not just leather. She's in that fall leather, or what is it? What is it when we have it on the J's? What type of leather is that? You
The
know what I'm talking
patent leather.
about. Padded leather. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
That type of
exactly.
leather, man. You know what I'm saying? And she got the little black bob. You know what I'm saying? Like she just,
So
yeah,
this,
yeah, man. I
this what
can
I'm
see.
saying, yo. She homie came out in the whole suit with the Catwoman eyes and the ears and all that with the little ring, and I was like, oh, eh, it's playtime.
Yeah, yeah, Luke. You surprisingly run into a lot of people in leather and some
It's
of the
New
most
York.
sexy
It's New York.
situations.
What you expect? Bro, it's more than that running around here.
Oh my god, man. Yes,
Listen, I
this
done
is
ran
something
into
else,
some
y'all.
fluffies. That might be my next one, fluffy. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers around
Yeah,
here
I was
doing
surprised
teddy
you didn't
bears.
send
So
me Velvet Johnson. I never remember when we were standing up there and that
you
lady
did?
was like, "Oh, this is nice." And I remember she was like, she put that fragrance up to me and was like, "Oh, do you like this?" And I was like, "Man,
Yeah.
if you don't get this
Oh man, I thought you
goddamn
smelled
Velvet
that
Johnson
already.
up out of my face, all right."
I, I will get you some Velvet Johnson.
I was like, if you do not get this Velvet Johnson out of my face, asking me if I
Listen,
like this.
yo man, Velvet Johnson, bro, been on the number one for weeks, bro. That and Ginger Lux.
Ginger Lux is definitely good, man. I can see myself. I I can see myself getting it if I didn't already have so many like several ginger fragrances that are that kind of spicy, bright citrus forward in it for sure. But man, yeah, Ginger Lux is nice. Velvet
Yeah, that shit
Johnson,
beautiful. Nah, bro,
Velvet
Velvet,
Johnson.
Velvet
I
Johnson
can't
is
get past
nice.
that name, Luke. I can't.
Listen,
Boy, somebody asked me what I'm wearing. I'm not about to tell nobody.
listen, he was one of the first black porn stars.
Look, my girl Jules said, "Is that what I think it?" Yes, that's what
Yes,
he's
it
referring
is.
to.
And
Yeah.
it smells that good. I've never smelled anyone else's but mine, but yes, it does smell good.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next one, y'all. Because I still got a whole nother house, and this man got me over here cracking up, but at the same time, like, all right, y'all. So here we go with the third one, man. Here we go. Here we go. My guy Luke. All right. Got the third one over here. About to put it on skin. Tell us where you came up with when we come. And y'all, again, that come is spelled M, and I don't mean the University of Michigan.
Oh, that's so funny.
Ooh, hell of a sprayer. Luke, I tell you what, these atomizers, man, perfecto. Seriously.
I'll give it. Now smell it again.
I'm gonna give it a second. Hold on,
Uh-huh.
because yikes. Hmm. Honestly, this is good, Luke.
Yeah.
This is good. Now it still leans heavily women. All right, leans heavily femme to me. All right. There's a sweetness and almost like a sweet lipstick kind of feel to it. And when I say lipstick, y'all, what I really mean is that it's a thicker fragrance. There's some density in there. I guess some would
Oh
say
yeah.
girth, you know,
The
uh,
body's there.
it's definitely, yes, it's definitely heavier than the normals. But y'all, on a woman, I could see, I could see an upscale New York lady. All right. This is definitely something that's going to carry in the wind. It's going to cut through some of the cold. It's still very much a close proximity enjoyer, but I can see this leaving a scent trail, a sillage.
Oh, crazy. Nuts.
So let's go over here. We'll go to the notes and whatnot. All right. Well, maybe not yet, but anyway, let's go to it. All right. So the opening blooms with intoxicating florals, jasmine, rose, and orchid. All right. Definitely get that orchid. The rose, I think, is providing a little depth to it, but that orchid is it's a sweet orchid too. I think the orchid is the heavier note. Is it not? Is it not the heavier floral in here?
It's actually the jasmine.
Is it? Is that the jasmine?
Hmm.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay. But it's a nice blend. It's a nice floral blend. All right. And then it says setting the tone for intimacy, right? The heart reveals a smoldering depth of argylwood, oud, all right, and palo santo, all right, evoking sacred wood, warmth, and spiritual grounding in the base. Nagamanta, all right, green moss, and rich oud intertwine, leaving a lingering trail that is earthy, musky, and profoundly sensual. All right, it says, when we come, is the aroma of surrender and unity where desire peaks, soul soften, and love takes root. My fault. Okay. This is good. This is
Yeah, bro.
definitely a more feminine leading one, but I could see I kind of like this one. That floral. There is a richness and there's a natural sweetness to this. Now, one that doesn't involve like sugar or vanilla or tonka bean or anything like that. The florals are just naturally sweet smelling florals. And so, is that the jasmine that you're speaking of? Because the oud is soft, the oud is noticeable, but not so much in the opening. I'm getting the sweet florals early. Tell me about it.
It's it is the jasmine and the orchid working together. Like I break whatever I do down. So it's never 100% or whatever. I work my formulation so people like those folks from Dapper can't clone your shit, you know, whatever. But
I knew you was gonna try and then at some point I was
I'm so-
expecting it, bro. You
I wasn't even gonna say that, but it just hit me. But seriously, working the formulations like I do, I'm very particular about how notes transcend into each other, and how the formulation builds, or how you would get it on the dry down. So
Right.
the orchid and the jasmine, two flowers rarely ever used together. And I really brought them together in a really harmonious way. So that's where you getting the jasmine is bringing all that body, the jasmine and the oud. But even though you say that you feel it's feminine leaning, but if both you and your lady wearing it, because it's you know it's for happy time.
Well, here's
It's
the thing.
that what?
Here's the thing. If happy time is involved, we
Yeah,
both gonna be wearing it anyway.
yeah. And it's that sweet spot. It's that moment. If you ever been with somebody and you both climax at the same time, it's always a smell. It's always something so passionate and deep about that moment. And that is what I feel like I captured in that.
Okay. Someone's questioning whether or not, you know what I'm saying, they're comparing it, even though they haven't smelt it, they're comparing it to that to that fragrance on Boomerang. Remember with Eddie Murphy? Remember what's the name? When she said Strange.
Yo, it might have been what she was
God
thinking of.
said, my God said Grace Jones in a bottle.
Listen, yo, Grace
Oh,
Jones, don't sleep on Grace Jones. That's why I made ooh people from
hey,
smelling her.
hey, but you heard him. You heard him, man. Hey, seriously, man. One of my guys wanted to know, like, for this soft, earthy, but not too noticeable oud, what type of oud did you use, or do you mind putting that out there?
I I work with agarwood
Okay.
on that oud, and
Hmm.
you can take any oud, any wood, and you could really restructure it. Like, being a perfumer is really being a chemist. And if you're good at chemistry and understanding notes and how to work with material, you can take any note and trick it into something else and work it till you get it where you want it to be. I don't like regular, like straight ouds. A lot of perfumers, they'll just take oud and use it at 100%, maybe 50. It's still
Yeah.
really animalic, and nobody want to walk around smelling like shit. So, I take that edge off.
You mean people don't like walking around smelling like beaver's ass?
Right. And a lot of folks do. And they be like, oh, I smell good. And I'm like, nah, no, 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 you don't. So we tame the ouds, man. We work them, and we make them we make them reverse. We keep that body, we keep that woodiness, and the intensity, but we take away the barnyard part of it.
Okay. All right. There you go, world. There you go. So yeah. So if you were hoping it was gonna be like beaver's cheeks and whatnot, not so much. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Get,
man.
go get go get something tweaked to
You
blend
might
in
get
with that Palo Santo.
yeah,
That-
no Beavis cheeks. It's more like your favorite what's her name? Buffy the Body Cheeks, like that.
oh, okay. Them cheeks. All right. So if you like her cheeks, then hey, you'll love this. But yeah, man, nah, that's what's up. So that is when we come, y'all. Hey, and again,
Buddy,
that
Mr. Clark said
with a
use
UM,
condoms, okay. I guess so.
that is a come with a UM and not the University of Michigan. All right. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. All right. Oh my God, man. Hey, you already know how my chat is, man. You know they some clowns, boy.
Yo, I love it though.
Hey, for sure. But look, we gonna get you. Hey, we got a few more, man. We'll get you back on here. But I'm gonna
Yes,
probably bring
sir.
you up when I do my sampling of of what's coming
Okay.
and the brand new fragrance leading up into its release date. Again, y'all, check it out. I think they may have it for pre-release. If you like the notes and whatnot, I'm not gonna review it tonight. I will
Well,
have a
those
specific day this
the
week.
one I'm sorry, yeah, when we come and smoke sex and latex, they already up on the site.
Yes, yes.
And And
Electric
I'm gonna tell you,
Intercourse is open in a week though, right? Because you're bringing
yeah,
it back.
that's gonna be up. It might be up earlier than that, but I'm gonna tell y'all, do not buy from Beauty Live. No more. They will not be carrying anything that they have is old. You don't want that. Just come, I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
we don't
yeah,
do that.
yeah, because I think you reformulated quite a few of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, so shout out to you on that one too, man. But hey, they were already bangers, so for sure. But no, what I'm talking about is the new releases coming from the collaboration.
Oh yes, and that's
Yeah,
nuts. That's nuts right there.
they
Uh,
are available for pre-order, I believe, right now. You can look them up on the City Rhythms website. I believe he's only going to have 500 of them, and I was
yeah,
blessed enough as
and you
fragrance.
could. It's on my site as well,
Okay,
and I
go
have
to
a
his.
limited
Shout out to Nas.
amount to sell. So if you want one, you better get on there now. And because there's limited amount before we go hardcore, because in February is when we're gonna drop that, like just before Valentine's Day. But there
Okay.
are some, out for sale now.
All right, so there you go, y'all. Hey, go to his website, theelementalfragrances.com. Here we go. Joel, do you mind putting that in the chat for me, my boy? I appreciate it, man. And check him out. But yeah, man, hey, look, he's got discovery sets and everything on there. Just check it out, see what you can get, and or what you want to get. You can use code GEMS, GEMZ. All right. GEMZ 15, right, Luke?
It's just gems.
Oh, it's just gems. I
Yeah.
apologize. Gems for 15% off. Hey, go check them out. Support my guy, man. Hey, look, whether you like the names or whether they make you laugh or whatever, hey, for real, check them out because the fragrances are fire. I tried to tell
Definitely.
y'all about that cashmere sex. It's up and down. Some people love it, some people like it, some don't care for it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even the ones that don't care for it, they've established they've literally on live and whatnot said that they prefer it on a woman. So hey, trust me, either way is he's got some fragrances for whoever wants to get it in. These are nightcap approved, okay? As a matter of fact, it's gonna be one of my lists, all right? Fragrances. We're gonna have several on there from your brand. So yeah, man. Hey, shout out to you, Luke, again, man. Appreciate you for coming on, taking a little bit of time with us, man. We gonna get you back up here and do something. And you know, shoot, and
Yeah, man.
we might,
Whenever you ready, I'm here, bro.
yeah, and we gonna be back in we gonna have to do something when we come back up there in November for sure. If I
Okay.
don't come before that, all right.
Sound like a plan.
All right, my guy. I'm gonna go ahead
All
and
right.
let you go, man. Appreciate you.
Cool.
All right. As y'all know, that was my guy Luke. You already know, Joel. Appreciate that. Putting the website in there again. You can use code GEMS. All right, get you 15% off of everything on site, I believe. All right. But yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all this. He even got some liquor. All right. Now I bought the chocolate whiskey. It's good. It's good. It really is. All right. And I got another one coming. All right. Should be here this week. Blessings. We're gonna do a sips and sniffs when I review it and the fragrance, man. But yes, support my boy. All right, y'all. So we got the elemental out of the way, man. My guy, great fragrances, great conversation always. My guy is he a freak. It is what it is, but my boy, he a freak. You know what I'm saying? But now to the other house. For those who don't know, we're going to be talking about the House of Aroma Sutra. Again, shout out to my guy Habib, to my guys Habib, Aroma Dolce, Esteban, and I want to say Dutch or Mundo. I'm not sure, but it was one of the four. It was three of the four of them that originally talked about Aroma Sutra, brought them out on IG, and I tuned into live. Think I was in there for maybe about 10 to 15 minutes and heard a couple of fragrances, heard a couple of descriptions. I was like, man, I need to go ahead and get my nose on. So I reached out to the guy, real pleasant, quick to respond. great responder and everything. And you know, bought a discovery set, and here we go. Now, I will tell y'all, there are two that I could not. Man, unfortunately, I waited around too late, and some of the names got bled off. Y'all, these are pure fragrances, okay? And yeah, yeah, I can't tell the name, but we're gonna go ahead and check and see what we get from the notes and everything, and maybe we can play a game of can I guess which one it is? All right, we're gonna do that. But y'all, here we go. Now the three that I do have, I have. Let me see, Sahadri. All right, Sahidri or Sahadri. I also have. Let me see here. All right, let me see because he sent me a list of all of them in here. If you don't mind, bear with me, y'all. All right, so we got Sah- Sahyadri. All right, I've got 10 Summers of Gallia. I've got Amber Loban. All right, I believe I have Rosa Animale. I think. Yeah, I think I have five of them, so I have everything except for the Temple of Mysore. I think that's the yeah, that's the that might or no. I think I have everything except for Rosa Animale, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure, but I've got five of them. I can smell them through the pack, y'all. They appear to be potent and good. So let's go ahead and get our nose on them, get them on skin, and get our nose on them. All right. So again, from the house of Aroma Sutra. All right. And for those who are wondering, let me go ahead and show you, man. He is on IG. All right, under Aroma Sutra. If you go search for him, let me go ahead and bring it up. Here we go. So let me get that out the way. Aroma Sutra artisanal perfumes. All right, got right here as well. A little bit bigger, but same logo. Shout out to him. All right. And I actually have him in the back chat. I see you over there, Hasha. All right. Just give me a thumbs up if you're ready. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready, my man. All right. And here we go. My guy, what's going on?
I'm good. I'm good. Uh,
Good, good.
yeah, I've
It's
been
good
tapped
to
in for an hour now, and it was the funniest chat I've
hey,
been part of.
yeah, man.
I'm gonna
Look,
really
look, the
did have
most
a great
entertaining
laugh.
part of the
Fun.
show is the conversation, man. Hey, I'm always
Yeah.
curious about where people come up with the names of, I've said it on here before, but the most intriguing part, the part that I like most in perfumery is sometimes just the story behind it, you know? And my guy Luke, he got some hellified stories to tell.
I,
Hey,
I now I want to spend an evening with him over some whiskey or something. It's
oh, yeah,
unfortunately
yeah.
my names are not that good. I would say I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna go next. It's I don't know, but thank you for having me. I did have a
No,
great
for
time.
sure. For sure. But man, I appreciate you for coming on, man. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your time, man. I wanted to give these fragrances some light. Like I said, my guys, Aroma and them showed you some love, but they really spoke so highly of it that I had to see what all the hype was. So I'm doing this is my first time getting on skin. I haven't actually smelt them yet, but
Oh, nice.
you know, I'm prepared to be amazed. I'm prepared to be wowed for sure. All right, so this one I've got is 10 Summers Gallia. All right. Now on your IG, it doesn't really show, or at least I couldn't find the post where it had the notes and whatnot. So this is I'm glad to have you on because you can fill me in on what I'm smelling here. All right. So again,
Absolutely.
y'all, 10 Summers Gallia, right? And that I'm pronouncing it right, Gallia, right?
Gallia, yes. Gallia
Yeah.
has some history, but I'll go over it. I'll let you smell first.
All right. No problem. And I tell you what, real quick, tell us, tell us where it came from. How did you come up with this particular fragrance, please?
Oh, that one. So now I have to go into the history of Gallia. Gallia is in I think in 1200s, there was the most, Kalia literally means luxurious in Arabic, I think. And back in the day, luxury simply meant the perfumes which you couldn't just have access to. The common people couldn't have access to, only the royalties did. So that
Yeah.
was basically musk and ambergris, and they just mixed it with oil, and people would just wear it, at least in like the Middle Eastern part of the world. And
Okay.
over a period of few hundred years, it evolved to some florals because rose was expensive. They added rose. Then there was, all sorts of oud that was expensive. So like, you know what, let's add oud and then sandalwood. So it has evolved since then. So this is, I took one of the galias I had as a base. It is 10 years old. What musk does is when it's aged, it becomes very, I don't know, nice baby powder like.
Okay.
Somebody did comment Diddy there, but no. So nice baby powder like, but
Yes,
it's beautiful.
it
So I
is.
use that as a base of this perfume and then made my formulation around it. Um, some ouds, rose, yeah, ylang ylang, and a few things later. That's what you have.
Nice. So I do get the florals, the soft baby powder, almost like a baby's breath. That's really what it's.
Mhm.
It smells like a nice bouquet of flowers. All right. Now I don't get the distinction of rose necessarily right now, but I do get the florals. But that powdery nature is like baby's breath powder. All right. It gives it a little aromatic feel, softens it up overall, but also, man, this right here is going to sing. It's going to cut through in the wind. It's going to carry in the wind. This is going to be
Yeah,
a sillage monster.
people know
It's
you're
nice.
there in the lift if you're into that kind of stuff. But I would say that thing is potent. It's at, I think, I'll have to check my book, but it's at about 40% concentration. So one spray is all you need, and stay on forever. And it's aged really well. So yeah, the musk acts as, so it'll stay on your skin for a long time, and people in the elevator would know that, hey, you were here for a few minutes at least. So that's how it is.
Now, this is nice, man. Like I said, baby's breath in a bouquet. All right. But this is nice, powdery floral. All right. Soft, but still heavy enough to carry in the wind, heavy enough to carry. See, I mean, this with a nice little wind is going to give you a sillage that might even be visible to the naked eye. To be honest with you, this is how heavy it's going to flow in the wind. Seriously, almost like that little green mist that comes from Pepe Le Pew's tail. This is that strong. It's going to get you. All right, this is
Yeah.
a walk by fragrance.
Yep.
So yeah,
This
yeah,
one,
this is
uh,
nice.
yeah. So I'm obsessed with the concept of Kalia. I've read through all the original book from the 1200, and then multiple translations and all of that stuff. So I've made a few of my own, but nothing comes close to what I've used. This I don't know, definitely 10 years ago, not made by me, but um, so yeah, that's what I've used as a base. And then I've added three different types of oud to this. So one of them happens to be my favorite profile of oud called the Hindi, basically from India.
Mhm.
Um, and then that one is what Luke was mentioning, right? The fecal, the
Yes.
barnyard.
Uh-huh.
So definitely is not fecal or barnyardy.
Yeah.
Toned it down, and it just adds that touch of I don't know, complexity, a new dimension, because everything baby powder, floral, sweet, it doesn't go that way. You just need something to balance it out, and that's what it does. And then I, in trace amounts, there's coffee. I don't know if anybody can smell like coffee and cacao, both of them. So it's, for me, it's not noticeable, but if I compare it with the previous version without coffee and then with, it's different, but you just don't know it's coffee. So it's
I
it's
can
balanced really well. So
no
let me
for
know if you
sure.
can.
I'm not getting the coffee, but I definitely understand like when you take like a fully dried coffee and you grind it up and whatnot. Sometimes you may not always, especially if it's a certain style of coffee, you may not get that coffee like the coffee bean heavy. If it's like what is it? What is the process that they
The roasted.
yes, exactly. So if it's not heavy and whatnot, and you ground it, you get more powdery. I can see where it's pushing the powdery nature forward, as opposed to pushing the coffee note. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because
yeah,
I don't I know the process and whatnot, but I know that there are some depending on how they cook or how they produce the beans. However, the beans may come. Certain ones, if you grind it up, they don't smell like coffee. You know what I'm saying? Even though they produce coffee,
yeah, yeah. That's true.
you know. So yeah, I definitely get that, but I'm not really getting the coffee or the cacao right now. But both of those in natural form, I understand when they are grounded up, cacao and whatnot, they don't always smell like
Smell
cocoa,
like coffee.
cacao. They
Yeah,
don't always smell like coffee. Sometimes they find the weaker beans, or they found the weaker buds for the cacao, and
yeah,
sometimes they just don't have that smell to them, and sometimes they don't have that flavor as well. So yeah, I definitely get you on that for sure.
yep. And that was the idea. I want it in like just slight trace amount so that you don't you're not hit by coffee. I have another coffee fragrance, which if you don't have, I'll ship it your way. Um, and I didn't want all perfumes to smell similar and leave a hey, this is a signature coffee usage, but definitely wanted to add that. So that was the idea, the to add that bitterness. Yeah,
Okay.
I'd love to know what you think. Like sweet baby powder, I wear it to work. So um,
Yeah, sweet floral baby powder. All right. I don't really get a bitterness, but I do see where it's not completely sweet. Where if you inhale it enough, you start to get a little tanginess. I guess not really bitter, but just a little off putting where can tell it's not as sweet as it was when you initially
yeah,
inhaled. But that's about it. To be honest with you, that's the gist of
yep.
it. So that is 10 Summers Gallia, y'all. All right. Now, here's the other one that I recognize the name. All right, this is Sahyadra. Is pronounced Sahyadra?
Sahyadri.
Sahyadri. All right,
That's where like yeah, I should name them right. Sahyadri is a mountain range from where I grew up, so it's pretty. The if you have watched National Geographic Discovery and they show you anything on king cobras or snakes or anything, that's from that place, pretty much.
okay, yeah,
So that's where like that's a place where I grew up, and I have very fond, beautiful memories of the place. And
mhm,
and it rains. It rains a lot there. It's probably one of the highest rainfall, yeah, like 180 centimeters a year or something like that. So it's just crazy. It rains all the time. And the beauty is you're tired of the rains, and the very next day there is sunlight. So it's still tropical. It's nice and warm. It's not super cold. The forest has this beautiful, fresh smell. It's not grass. It's not the leaf. At the same time, there's dead leaves on the floor, so it has that pungent uh, smell too. So it I have some of the most beautiful memories of my life from that place. So I wanted to capture that. The day after the rain, when things are fresh and then there is sunlight and you walk in, that was my imagination,
yes,
and memory to some extent too. So
y'all. This is beautiful. This is actually really good. This is what I would love to smell while I'm doing like yoga or something. It's almost it gives you a tantric feel. Seriously,
well,
like because you know how you were saying it's not really a green. There's a green feel to this, but you know what it smells like. If you've ever been to the mountains in certain states and whatnot, and I don't even know about overseas and other countries, but I can only imagine. I have walked through the woods in certain areas with different trees, and the bark, wet bark, gives
yes,
off different smells. And so when you were saying that it doesn't smell like the leaves, because the leaves typically have a certain feel, when they have dew or when it's been raining, when they're moist. But this has a sweet, wet bark feel to it that gives it a that would give it a forest feel as opposed to the woods. See, in the States, we got the woods.
Yeah.
But the thing is that this is different because it almost smells tropical when I've been out of the country. Uh, it smells tropical. It doesn't smell like something that's just a natural tree, but it has that feel of wet bark from a particular tree in a particular region.
Yep, 100%. That was the idea. So that wet, when you walk into this forest, and these are tropical forests. So this is where all your, I don't know, there's some TV shows, all of it, Naked and Afraid, everything is done there,
Yeah.
right? So that's the, it has this typical smell, and that's the wet bark, and the wet bark is there are some animals there. There are some. It's not just tree. I'm failing
Right.
to explain here. It's not just tree. It's some animalic, some rotten, some like. There is this rawness to it, and that's what I'm trying to get there. And
Yeah.
so the freshness of the leaf after the rain and the grass and the rawness of this combined together is
This is
what you
beautiful.
feel like.
I'll be
Thank
honest
you.
with you, Arthur. This is beautiful. I really like this. This is really good. This is full bottle worthy. This is good, y'all. This is Sahyadri.
Sahyadri,
Sahyadri.
that's the name of the mountain range.
Sahyadri.
And somebody
Yeah.
somebody asked me what I'm drinking. It's Four Roses.
Yes. What is it?
It's the whiskey. I have this whole cabinet of whiskey, so I thought,
Ah,
why not sit this? So this is
y'all see my
Four
guy? He got the
Roses.
whiskey too. All right. All right.
I think I've been obsessed with whiskey for 25 years now. So
This is good though. Look, I'm telling you, this is what you would imagine the show survivors would smell like if they ever washed their butts. If they ever, if in the midst of them being out there, one day the cast and the crew just say, you know what, let's give everybody a bath. This is what it would smell like afterwards for the brief hours before they do an activity. This is good. I like this fresh outdoors, green, brown. I mean, like shout out to my guy Ray. All right, on IG, my guy Ray. Um, I forget his name on here, but anyway, shout out to him, man. I'm getting colors of earth tones, green, brown,
green brown.
a little blue from the dew, the freshness and whatnot. It gives a blue hue. You know what I'm saying? Your beige. I mean, but I smell those colors. And like I said, I smell the leaves, I smell the dew, I smell the wet bark. You know what I'm saying? I smell the earth. And it's not a muddy earth. It's not fertilizer earth. This is just like that topsoil. That
Yeah.
topsoil that's more influenced by the grass smell than it is from the dirt smell. Years of working at Home Depot, sorry.
I know exactly what you mean. So I'm just able to relate that. So yeah, that's cool.
This is good, man. This is good. This is really good. This right here is full bottle. This is something that I would wear whenever I'm just in a calm mood or whenever I'm trying to be in a calm mood. This is calming. All right. This, like I said earlier, this is tantric. And for anybody that knows anything about tantra and whatnot, it talks about it's about different ways for, well, actually, I'm not gonna make it seem like I know. Let me look up tantra because I don't want to mess around and give the wrong definition or wrong analogy, you know. But yeah, but practices from ancient Indian traditions focused on weaving together the physical and spiritual, often involving meditation, breath work, and heightened sensuality. This is the smell that this is what I would imagine would be in the background while I'm doing yoga, while I'm doing, I mean, they talk on here, this kind of goes inside because this could be a note that my boy Luke could use, because even on here on the AI overview, it talks about especially in practices such as tantric sex. So way to mold them together.
That's a lot. I think it would go really well with Luke's idea on yeah. He would make a great perfume out of tantra. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, sex in the woods.
I could call it that. Yes.
Sex in
I
the
should, yeah.
Woods, man. I'm
Sex in the
telling you.
Woods is way cooler than Sahyadri. Yeah,
Well,
I
I
should
mean,
up
hey,
my
hey,
name
hey,
game.
hey. Depends on
Thank
what
you,
part
thank
of the
you.
world you're selling in. Yeah.
That is true. That is true. That's true. It could offend a lot of people, but yeah,
But this is good, man. Dude, this is beautiful. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is beautiful.
thank you.
And it's
Appreciate it.
artistic, it's artisanal. Dude, I'm telling you, this is nice. This is really good. My guy
Well, that
World is a big fan. He said, and it has Hindi oud. Okay, he's a big proponent. He's a big. I don't want to call him cheerleader because Dame's our cheerleader in the group, but he is a big, how do you say, spokesperson for various types of oud. All right, but the
is
funny thing
crazy
is that
about it.
we understand that not all oud is animalic, but the ones that the ones that world that Mundo typically talks about are the ones of an animalistic nature. Okay, your civets, you know what I'm saying? That this the ones that blend well with civet or something of that very animalistic. I'm just gonna leave it at animalistic, you know. So yeah, but so you do use Hindi oud in here. Is that
In
correct?
this, yes, there is Hindi oud, and there's also Chinese. There's a region in China called Hainan, and I've used some of Hainan. Hainanese oud is very. I don't usually go with gender, but it's very smooth, and a female, a lady can wear it and walk out. Right? It's not the typical oud smells like funky barnyard fecal. Chinese oud smells really smooth, soft, floral, camphor like. So it's beautiful. So for that freshness, that the oud gives in the base notes, you'll see oud and vetiver. They shine, and that's what happens there. So.
Okay, nice, nice. Like I said, this one right here, yeah, Sahyadri is definitely a nice one, man. This is full bottle worthy, and I say that I would get a 50 or a 30 ml of this because this is something while I'm around the house on the Sundays, similar to what we were talking about with one of the fragrances with Luke. If I'm laying around or if I'm just doing stuff, I go to the gym sometimes and just stretch. I just stretch for about 30 to 45 minutes up there. This is something I like to wear because this is calming, like I said, tantric in nature. It helps you focus. Yeah, man, this is beautiful. This is a meditation style fragrance. I
Thank you.
really
Appreciate
like
it.
this. Man, hell of a job. All right. Now, this one right here, my next one, all right, this is number three. Again, for those who are just chiming in and whatnot, he sent me five, but this one right here is the one that I've been wanting to smell the most. All right. This is the one that so many people have been speaking about, whether they loved it or liked it. I haven't heard anybody say they didn't. But this right here, y'all, is the infamous, the notorious coffee date.
Ah,
Yeah. So here we go. We're going to apply it on skin. Look, he too gave your boy some good decants with good atomizers. I appreciate that, man. You just don't understand. I've had people up here that sent me little discovery sets, and them atomizers don't work. I'll be like, yo, what you want me to do? Yo, Harsha,
you either like
tell
it
us.
or
Give me a second to take this in. All right, uh, and tell us about Coffee Date.
so. Coffee date is my idea of having a good time with friends, a great date. So literally, the first date I had with then girlfriend, now wife, is at a coffee place where we had something called a Turkish coffee. I didn't know what it was, and then it was the most beautiful coffee I ever had. It's full of cardamom. They make it up on a sand. They don't like heat it up on fire. They heat the sand up and they just put the coffee in the sand. The sand is so hot it does some I don't know, magic, I guess. So cardamom
Okay.
coffee and the earthy sand smelling thing, uh, the best coffee ever had. She's my wife. We're about to have two kids, so it's the fondest memory of the best date I've had in my life. And then it goes to the heart, which is opens with some spices and cardamom, very, very
Yes.
slight sweet cardamom and spices. And then on the heart, it opens up to a lot of Virginia tobacco. And I got some Cuban cured tobacco and then tinctured it and then made a resin out of it and then used that. So the next favorite moments with my friends is there's a couple of cigar bars here, and we go there, we have fun kind of time, and it's best. I've been friends with them for about 20 years now. Nothing's changed. The life has changed, so much has changed, but that one part where we sit down and have a chat, it's like going back to those old days. So that's the cigar tobacco is the indication of that, and then the dry down there is very smooth, sweet. Not a lot. It's not sweet. It's vanilla
Right.
and tonka. Then you have tobacco that goes in. Then the coffee also comes up there. So all of them meet together in the end. Um, so it's just about family, friends, and happy times. That's my idea of coffee date. What I've used is it also has chicory. I think NOLA coffee fans would know. So if you ever smell chicory in coffee, it adds that earthy, more bitter note to coffee. I guess it adds a
Ah,
dimension.
okay.
So if it doesn't smell like coffee and you find this additional thing which is familiar but not so familiar, that's the chicory in there. So yeah.
Okay.
And then there is this interesting ingredient called kevda, which I was experimenting with and thought it goes really well with this. Very, very potent. So it's in trace amounts. So if you get this, um, I don't know, synthetic um, paint sort of note, it's from a flower called kevda. It's I don't know. I've grew up with it, so I know. I've never seen it here in the States. So um, I don't know. I should have it somewhere here. I can show it to you. But that thing is one of the most potent ingredients I work with. And then you dilute it to like 1% and add a bit of it. It just transforms the blend. So that's what is. If you smell this, I don't know, a wet paint sort of note, an oil paint. It's not very like in your face, but it's slightly there. So that's my story about the coffee date. Um, so yeah, I would
Okay.
love to know.
Okay. Well, hey, I definitely get the cardamom, definitely get the spices in here in the early part of it. I definitely get the dry coffee. It almost smells like coffee beans. But a couple of seconds into inhaling and taking in the fragrance, you start to once you get past that coffee note, that dry coffee bean note, you start to pick up that tobacco note that you were speaking of from the bar and whatnot. Now I'm not sure about that one that makes the coffee, that one note that makes the coffee a little bit more sour or whatnot or bitter, but definitely smells like dry, uh, non-supplemented Arabic coffee.
It is Arabic coffee. It's coffee Arabica,
Yeah.
uh, CO2 extracted. So it's not
Yes.
distilled. It's extracted. So you have this. That thing smells exactly like Arabic coffee. That's it.
Oh, trust me. The At the school that I used to work for, Brighter Horizons Academy, Muslim school. So a lot of the people were Arabic descent or Desi or whatnot,
Hmm.
but they loved Arabic coffee and they loved Arabic coffee uh, and tea. And they didn't add cream. They
Okay,
barely add sugar. All right, barely added honey. Okay, and they would have coffee and dates. All right, and it
that's
didn't
the
matter.
culture. Yes.
I had to get accustomed to it, and I had to have coffee and dates probably about 2 or 3 times a week.
Yeah.
But this is the smell. This is the smell, man. This is you call it coffee dates.
It actually
I
is
call it
coffee, and
teacher
it all.
mornings.
Yeah. It that's what it's all about, right? Like it brings some memories. I've done my job, so
Job well done, man. I'm telling you, this is morning and this is morning class. That's what I would call this. This is crazy, man. I'm telling you, this is crazy. This is really taking me back, man. Seriously, This is taking me back. This is beautifully blended, for real. This is
Thank you.
beautifully
Thank you.
blended. I like this, and a lot of people don't understand, but for it to be artisanal and the fact that there's no synthetics, and when I use the term synthetics, I'm talking about, when we say synthetically sweet, we talk about like these unauthentic sweeteners, you know what I'm saying? So when we talk about synthetic fragrances, I'm not always talking about the notes being synthetic. Sometimes they just add in like a synthetic vanilla to sweeten it up, a synthetic tonka bean, because I think a natural tonka bean will makes things more powdery than sweet. Typically,
That's true.
I don't know for
No, you're
everybody,
right.
but
You're right.
typically. And so this takes away the synthetic feels, and it gives it a more naturalistic, a more dry feel. And for you to make a good blend is a little more complicated to take the natural smells of products and make something and put something that's good together than it is to be able to just throw something in there sweet to kind of mellow it out, or throw something in there to alter the original nature of it, that in any other case would might not go together, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
this is really nice. I like this. For the fact that it has nostalgic purposes. It takes me back about 8 years ago and whatnot. But also, this is really well put together. This is good.
Thank
This
you.
is
Thank you. I
good.
appreciate it. And thanks for the note on the natural stuff, right? Like the complexity is um, there's multiple dimensions of any, like, depends on the same coffee grown in 25 is different than 2026 because the temperature was different. It was colder, it was hotter, whatever, right? It
Yes.
changes. So I cannot make the same perfume, or not exactly the same perfume, 2 years from now, because it's quite impossible to get the exact same material. So it will be ever so slightly different.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's half the fun, because perfumes for me takes like months, sometimes years to make. Uh, for example, Rosa Animale was done over, I don't know, 8 months.
Hmm.
Coffee Date, Coffee Date, thankfully, it was a little bit easier on me. So it took about maybe 3.5 months. Right now, I'm working on one. I'm heading nowhere. I'm really lost. I don't like how it smells. So I'm working on a jasmine and tuberose based. It's actually, I don't know. I think I saw Alicia uh, earlier in the live, but it was um, her request that she would like to see a tuberose and um, animalic sort of perfume. Um, so
Okay.
I'm working on that. That's a very interesting idea, and working on it. So yeah, that's what natural makes it all the more fun. There's like less predictability, and you have to experiment a lot more to make something happen. That doesn't mean synthetics are bad and natural is good, or vice versa. It's a mix of both. That's what
Yes.
where we should be. But I enjoy it because it's more complex, it's more fun, and it's just, yeah, it's just the way I like it. That's it.
No, for real. It's good. It's good. It really is, man. And like I said, and then to have such an opening and then to blend it all, and that bitter nature, that bitter dry nature of the tobacco. It's not a tobacco leaf. Maybe if you took some leaves and you ground them up, but more so of a dry tobacco nature. I guess if when they usually talk about pipe tobacco, it's usually like a thick tarish kind of
Yeah,
feel to it. This would be if you took that pipe tobacco and put it in the microwave, or if you
yeah,
heated it up a little bit to dry it out. That is the feel of the tobacco once it comes, because it's almost like the coffee shed skin into a tobacco feel, into a tobacco note. And that's the thing, man. This is good. That's good.
I
Now,
love a tobacco fragrance and wanted to create one. So this is where I'm.
that's a good one. And and the thing that I like about it is because I'm getting back into my artisanal fields and whatnot. So with that, as far as a natural tobacco and coffee fragrance, I'm putting that up there with Male Fushini,
Oh,
Little
okay.
Song.
Honor.
And I love Little Song for its natural, for because it's a natural, it's a fragrance that uses natural notes as well. All right.
Nice.
and it's well blended. Everything, man. I really like his stuff. So shout out to you. Shout out to him. But shout out to you as well, man. Look,
Thank you.
check this
Appreciate
out.
it.
So I realized that I do not have Amber Loban. That's the one that I didn't get. All right, right.
Amber
But that's
Loban is out. I have enough to, I don't know, maybe for one more bottle. So I keep it usually one for if there is a problem somewhere, somebody didn't like it or whatever, as a replacement, I need to keep some. But I don't know. I have enough to make one, maybe two more bottles of it. So I'll that's why I don't send out the samples anymore. But
right,
if you like it, then I'll send a bottle to you.
man. Let me know because so far so good. Like I know they said that these were artisanal and whatnot, and you know, like my guy World, he likes to think that I have no artisanal sense and whatnot, and he thinks that if it's stinky oud, I don't like it. No, something can stink and still be considered nice or beautiful artistry, but just because it's beautiful artistry doesn't mean I have to wear it like it's a YSL. You know what I'm saying? There's a time and a place for everything, and sometimes the fecal stuff is
That's
not
true.
meant to be worn in public spaces. All right.
100%, 100%. You wouldn't want like a pure oud fragrance in a public space. People wouldn't like, or in a flight, right? I did that once and people were not happy. So,
All
yeah,
right.
I get it.
If I was still working at, shout out to them, Brighter Horizons, the school that I go to. If I was still working for them, when we went to like PTA, parent teacher meetings and whatnot, I would wear because the parents will be cool with it, but the kids up there, that believe it or not, the Middle Eastern culture, they're into fragrances.
A
They've been
lot,
into,
yeah.
but the thing is, the kids like those mass appealing YSLs and whatnot. The parents are the ones that go out there and they pay money for like your Bodicea, the Victoria's Fates. You know what I'm saying? They'll pay for the real ouds and whatnot, and they'll come in
Yeah.
there, especially some of my Pakistani parents. They love that Indian oud.
Yeah, they
The
do, they do.
women
Here it's
love
very
Indian
popular.
oud. Yeah, and they will heavy florals and fruits to kind of tone it down. But the men, they will come in with some oud that smells fecal as hell.
Yep,
And and
that's true,
and
that's true.
come in close, give you a hug and everything. And for them, it's normal. For me, I'm like, brother, you know what I'm saying? Where you been?
No, I get it, I get it. But, so there are traditions, there are literally family traditions where an oud is protected in a family for like 3, 4, 5 generations, and the whole family uses the same oud on some festivals and stuff. So Middle Eastern fragrance tradition is very, very interesting. It's you can do a PhD right there. It's so much information.
And true, man. But let me go ahead. I figured out which ones I have. All right. So this one right here is the other one that I wanted to smell. This is, I believe, I was looking at it from an angle. I think this is rose. I think this is the rose animal. Yeah, this is rose animal. All right. Man, by the time I opened it up, I didn't think that anything was going to be kind of leaking through, but because of
Yeah,
everything, and don't worry about it because it's still more than enough to wear. But yeah, man, it came through. But hey, we're good. Rose animal, y'all. Rose animal. Let me get this on skin. For this type of perfumetry, I mean, me myself, if I was a perfumer, I would be disrespected if someone took the time and put this on a test strip. No offense to those who do, but I'm just like, got to get this type of perfumery on skin, man. You got to. And this is why. This is oud forward, rose in the back. All right, the rose is definitely softening the oud, but that oud is one that is it's poking its head out first. It's rearing its head out. It's not bad. It's not fecal.
there is no fecal oud
It's
in there
not
now.
woody.
Yeah,
Right. It's definitely you get that oud animalic nature from it, but there is still a earthy, woody base that is kind of supplemented by the rose. This is good. Tell me about this one, please. Rose animal. Rose
so rose animal, the idea was, so this is actually thanks to World, because this was one and done. like it has a lot of animalics, and you name it, it has it. So it has musk, civet, uh,
Mm.
skunk, hyraceum, castoreum,
Story.
muskrat, and like two more. So it's literally like the beaver butt, right? So it has everything. And it was my trial perfume, one and done. I don't think I would wear it outside, sort of thing. But as it aged, it just became really good. The rose blended everything, balanced it out. And I sent like the original version to Word, and I didn't have a formula written or anything for this. And he's like, "Man, this is crazy." I mean, he likes his animalics, so I'm like, "Hey, you should make a bigger batch of this." And that's when I sat down, made it more like different than uh, the original, but um,
Okay.
I grew to like this. So the idea was never to create an animalic rose perfume. It's only for me and for my experiments and usage, but it just happened. People really did end up liking this. So it's a lot of animalics and rose. What you get in the top, that funk is actually not oud. You'd be surprised. It's from the violet flower and the skunk and a little bit of mushroom. So all three have
Huh.
what's called sulfur, and the sulfur is very volatile, right? So the moment you wear it, the first thing that hits your face is this sulfur note, which is kind of pungent, and that's what people it makes you think it's oud. It's not.
Interesting.
It's violet flower. So the oud shows up later, and there is none of those. It's very uh, what's that fruit called? Prune. So ripe prunes and ripe raisin sort of perfume. So, oh, did we uh, lose him? I don't know. Can everybody hear me? Okay. Oh yes, we can hear you. Okay, all right. I'll continue then. So that's the idea behind Rosa Animale. Then there's the minty uh, freshness on the top, and we lost you for a minute. You okay?
Yeah, it's something going on outside, man. Got some people that were literally just asking what was going on. So yeah, no, but go ahead, go ahead. What were you saying? What's going
Yeah, it was just going over Rosa Animale. And that was the idea.
on?
Thanks to World for like making this perfume into reality, and people do like it. So this is a very classic rose oud animalics sort of perfume, but then with a lot more structure. It has a lot of ingredients. It has like 60 ingredients, but you will probably see like 7 of those, and the rest are just like weaving their magic in there. So it's fun. I enjoy it now. I enjoy wearing that time to time. Would love to know what you feel.
Honestly, this is good. You know what this kind of reminds me of? It has a similar feel, all right, to the one to this one fragrance, Monte Cristo from Mask Milano. It has a little civet note, and I was looking at it before we started having issues, and it has the celery seeds, the hyrax. My fault. I said civet, but hyrax, styrax. All right, and cabruva,
Cabrera.
cabruva. All right, and a lot of times it can kind of assist in the animalics of a fragrance, But between that and whatnot, this kind of gives me a similar feel. It has tobacco and whatnot in there, but man, the opening definitely along the same line. Definitely something that it's one of those that I want to be able to wear, but at the same time, the animalic nature of it kind of comes and goes. But when it comes, it's kind of like, yeah, dress up or not, I'm just not feeling this. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, yeah,
I
that
have it
is
on
true. That's
all
true.
my people.
Absolutely.
right. I have it on arm, and I keep wanting to come back to it, but it's not one that I think that if I wear it, particularly in certain situations, that everybody's gonna magnetically come to it, but or necessarily gonna appreciate it. But like I said, if I was at my old job or around a certain culture or people of a certain custom, this would wear well. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because
Yep.
trust me, this is nowhere near animalic from what I've smelt and on other people around.
Yeah. This is definitely. Oh, yeah. If you're near like a Hindi oud wearing person, then yeah, this is nowhere near animalic. And trust me, I've got requests from people to add more animalics in this, and it's not animalic enough. But for me, it was. But if you don't like animalics, this one is going to be very funky for you. So um, if I know people, I know friends who absolutely dislike animalics, and this is definitely not for them. So um, it does have a lot of florals in the heart. So six
Yes.
different types of roses from everywhere, and some of the interesting, like there is, you use rose, but there are different types of roses, and depending on the type of distillation, you have a very sparkling uh, auto, which is steam distilled, and then it covers a wide range of profile of roses from like the lemony citrusy aspect to the jammy aspect, and then it
Okay.
also has a base fraction of a rose. When you have distilled, you take the top volatile notes and keep only the notes that stay longer. So that
Mhm.
one you could eat it. It smells like jam. So it has the jammy rose, and then the citrusy, bubbly rose sits on top of it. Then there is Rose de Mai, which is like this popular rose from France,
I
and then
love the rose de mai.
and yeah,
Very good
it
with
has
powdery
Thai.
or softly sweet
Yeah,
ones. Yeah.
yeah, and some Thai rose as well. Thai rose is very like you either really like it or you cannot stand it. It's intense,
It
but it
is.
has that fizz. It's almost like cola vibes to it, lemon and cola on
Yeah.
the top. So it has that too, and it has rose from. It has the rose distilled in the month of April, or like plucked in the month of April from India. So it's called Chaiti rose, and Rose de Mai is rose from May, and this one is it's the same. The first harvest of the rose is different than the one you have in October. So I've used the pink rose from the April harvest, and then the red rose from the October harvest, and so both of them are there. So sorry, I'm geeking out. I just go
No, 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 no,
on and
no, no.
on, but
Because
like all of those things,
it's
yeah.
good to know this though, because for those that actually take time to get a sample set, I'm encouraging everybody to get their hands on this, just so that you can see get a good example of good artisanal perfumery. I don't know why I keep wanting to say perfumetry, but perfumery. All right, because the way some of this is put together is almost like chemistry. You know what I'm saying? But the way it's put together, it's essential to know that there's various types of rose, because there are only a few ways that when you smell a good rose fragrance, the way that this smells is that you can smell it smells like rose petals. Okay. And typically you have to have so many supplemental notes. Like you would either have to have several white florals involved with one or two roses in order to give it this type of feel. Not to mention the fact that it feels fresh and whatnot is also a thing. So you're talking about the way that this comes across off skin. It requires heavy florals, whether it's multiple roses or multiple just florals that kind of supplement the one or two roses that you use. So it's good to know that it's all roses, because this is very natural, very realistic. All right. I mean, you don't get the dew on here, but you can smell the softness of the rose petal. If you've ever bought your wife, girlfriend, fiance, whoever some roses, and when they bloom, not open all the way, but
Yes.
when they're bloom, probably a day or two before the petals start falling off, you get that soft smell from them that just floats in the air. And this is what you're getting from here, amongst on top of everything else, on top of the animalics that are eventually brought forward and everything. And what was it that you said comes across in the beginning? What was it that I
Oh,
was
that's
still?
the sulfur. It's a flower, violet flower, and that thing has and mushroom. Um, so mushroom gives that salty umami sort of vibes, and then both of them have sulfur, and
Yes.
that pungent nose burning thing that you feel is that.
No, this is really good. What's going on, Kicks? Man, this is beautiful, man. As a matter of fact, did you speak to Kix Griffey? Was he part of the group that spoke to you, or was it just Aroma, Habib? Who was
I
it
think
that?
World Habib and Esteban. I think
Yes, World
I
Habib and
never
Esther.
met them in, but yeah, I'm yet to meet all of them in person. They apparently they meet up in San Diego or somewhere. I should go there
Okay,
somewhere sometime
yeah.
and then like catch up with them. But yeah,
Well, if you come to Dallas, holla at me. All right.
oh,
If you come to Dallas, holla at me.
I'll hit you up. I didn't know you're
Yeah,
in Dallas, but yes, I'll hit you up. I have been to Dallas a few times, but a good friend of mine lives there. So if I'm there, I'll hit you up.
please, man. Hey, I'll show you the city. I'll show you some of the Middle Eastern area and whatnot. Hey, maybe you
Yes,
might find some inspiration or something over here. But no,
I
seriously, let me
I
know,
love a
man.
good Texas barbecue. We should go. We should have it. So
Hey,
that's my
and I
favorite.
got a
Yeah,
place to get some whiskey too. Since you like whiskey, I got a
yeah.
place to
There you
sip
go.
some whiskey. There we go.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, sir. But no,
Dallas then.
no. This Rosa Animal, this is nice. This is really nice. I mean, I love the way it's put together. Honestly, this is this is not your general floral fragrance, and that's what I like most about it. All right, but it's natural, natural, not the natural note, but it's a natural feel to it. All right, it does not have a synthetic feel at all. It's very well put together, including the sulfurized, the acidic sulfur violet in the beginning or whatnot. Even with that, it still feels somewhat supplemental for the bouquet that's rose forward on skin, and it's nice. And this is just 10 minutes in. This is just 10 to 15 minutes into it, but this is really nice on
Oh,
skin.
yeah. That's gonna stay for long. Like it also has musk skin tincture, and that thing. I don't know. It's off-putting for some people, but I just really love that.
Yeah.
So that adds to the longevity of the perfume. It's gonna stay there for a long time.
No, for sure. And my guy World said violet goes great with animalic notes. Yes, violet, geranium, I like it too because
Yeah.
both of them, depending on how you blend them, they can soften the blow that some of those animalic notes will give to you. You know,
Yep.
and
Yep.
and yeah, like violet in my Zerjoff, what is it, Luxor? It gives it a cloak. It kind of condenses some of it, and it makes it that much more easier to deal with and wear.
Tamed.
You know,
Yeah. Tamed.
so
Yeah.
so definitely love how you put that how you blended those in there and used it to do so, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Man, this is good. This is good. So we got one more. Okay, we got one more. That was Rose Animal. All right, we got one more to bring to talk about. All right, and that is the Temple of Mysore. Yep, that's this one. All right. Let's see what we got while I'm applying on skin. Tell us about this last one, Harsha, please.
I am from a place called Mysore. If you know sandalwood, then you would know Mysore. Mysore sandalwood is the most popular, creamy, milky, the most beautiful woody sandalwood that you'll ever get. Uh,
Yes.
I'm from that place, so there's a very old, maybe like a 1,200-year old temple in Mysore. And when the building is so old, you walk in, you have this, I don't know, it smells different, right? There's a smell of this old library. You walk into this old library or a very vintage bookstore in I don't know. Here there is Stanford. I walk in some of the aisles where no people are there. It smells like that. You have this leather, old books, and this old room sort of vibe. Um, And my idea was, as you walk into the temple, what all do you get? I've been this place like 1,000 times.
Uh-huh.
There is fresh fruit vendors, there's pineapple vendors, and then you walk in, there is incense that hits you, camphor and incense, and then you walk in, there's this really old building, and then uh, like so you feel different, right? That place has been there for 1,200 years. It has seen a lot of history, and I am there. So that feeling of, I don't know, hey, I feel good when I'm in this place because a lot has changed, a lot has happened, and I'm still here. The temple's still here. It kind of connects me. So it was like this emotional feeling that gave rise to this temple. So if you smell some fruity, fresh top notes, there is marigold flower sellers on the streets trying to sell this as you enter the temple. So there's marigold. I don't know what the other flower is called in Indian Hindi language. It's called kadam. So there's also the kadam flower, and then um, again, there is civet, a vintage, like a 40-year-old civet, which smells floral. I know, weird, but it does smell floral.
Yes.
And it has a lot of, it has some saffron and uh, lots of sandalwood, like 40% of the composition is sandalwood. So that funk, and this is unfiltered sandalwood. So if you filter it multiple times, all the funk goes away and you just get this clean vibe. So I wanted it to be dirty so that it can replicate this old building vibe. So stone, cold stone, all that. So sandalwood kind of gives you that. So and then there is some Virginia cedar wood to just add a little bit of sweetness to to the whole sandalwood mixture on the base. So and in the end, the civet takes over. Then there's some florals to add some temple vibe to it, but nothing crazy. And that's about it. A little bit of rose, a little bit of night blooming jasmine, and a little bit of jasmine sambac. Uh, very little. You won't even feel it there. So that's like the idea. So from one of my profound, very emotional childhood memories, my father used to take me there, and then that's what it is.
Okay. Man, look, I'm gonna tell you this. All right. And is there something spicy in the opening?
So the marigold and the kadam flower have a lot of it's spicy by nature, and then there is saffron in it. I mean, maybe that's the spice you're smelling. Uh, is it
Get
what
it.
other spices do you smell? Because I'll have
Something
to.
slightly peppery, but still of a citrus nature, of almost
Oh, there
like
you
a
go. Yeah,
citrus.
yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. Pink pepper. Thank
Yeah.
you. So there is pink
Okay.
pepper in there, and the pink pepper does add that spicy. It's bright and spicy. It shouldn't stay for like more than 10 minutes, so it just
Okay.
goes away. So it just gives you that
Exactly.
initial, yeah,
I feel like it pops out and then all of a sudden it kind of projects the wood note. And for those who don't understand, whenever you see Mysore sandalwood at its peak in a accord or in a fragrance, it's usually talking about the sandalwood that's not creamy. It doesn't make the fragrance creamy. It actually brings out the woody notes. It actually is used uh, to bring out dry wood, you
yeah.
know, and it can be used and supplement with other stuff. But the Mysore sandalwood in here is really nice. I think it is kind of. I see where it can give kind of a earthy yet clean bedrock, almost cave like feel to it. But it definitely, I definitely see where you put it in there, and it does give a feel for a temple. I'm not sure what style temple, but it definitely has wood and rocks involved. All right,
Yes.
concrete, whatever it may be. But this is,
The
and
wood
it's
is the woody
clean too, y'all.
incense,
It's
Deborah.
clean too. Oh God, yes, my bad. Go ahead, Harsha. I'm sorry.
Sorry. So the woody part that you smell is the temple burns a lot of incense. It's almost all the time. The camphor and the incense
Yes.
kind of gives you that. So that was the idea. when you walk in there. Yeah, other than the stone, the old building thing, the incense kind of makes it, I guess, tolerable.
Okay, okay, and I do get it. And the incense is not just a straight incense; it's a blend of incense and some. There's something else in that smoke. I'm not exactly sure, but it's not like your regular smokiness. This incense definitely has an extra note in there, something that gives it a little twist. That's not so fruity, but not so bitter. But it turns that smoke, it turns that incense in a certain direction that adds to the woody and the earthy feel.
Yeah,
So
is it the
I like.
myrrh? Do you smell the myrrh in it? Like that could be the slightly sweetish note that you're getting from the incense, because it's it's a it's a myrrh that is grown in India, that I've used. The usual myrrh that is used, I think, I've been to a few churches here, is different. It's from, I think, I don't know from where, but I think Sokotra and other regions. But this one is from India, so it smells a little different, sweeter. So you may not connect it to the regular myrrh if you go to, say, a church or something, but
Okay,
it definitely is myrrh.
okay, I can see that, but it's good. This is for artisanal purposes. This is good. I like I said, man, knowing the story and being able to picture the what you're putting together with the fragrance is beautiful.
But,
Beautiful.
that brings me joy. I'm just happy that you liked it too, and it's that, right? Like if I can convey this story to other people, that makes it worthwhile. Um, and yeah, that's the attempt here.
For the sake of niche fragrances, though, the story has to be told. It needs a story because otherwise people are lost on whether or not it smells good. See, that's the thing. When you start getting the people that love niche, a lot of them evolve into people that love a story or at least love a background of the house or whatever, right? But for those that want to smell good, this isn't a knock. This is just reality. They're the ones that are easily tempted to go clones, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
But when I want to smell good and I want to smell a certain way but smell good, I go grab a clone. You know what I'm saying? Or I go grab a designer, which is not a bad thing,
yeah.
but it
Oh
is a
yeah,
thing. You know what I'm saying? It is a thing, and that's really what it is, man.
yeah.
I like this though. The story definitely allows you to imagine what you're smelling, and it basically almost holds up a canvas where you can use the fragrance to paint the picture of what type of temple you think you're smelling. You
Yeah.
know, that's the beauty of it. That is the beauty of
Absolutely,
it.
absolutely. And that's my attempt to tell my story. Like lots of people have different ways of conveying. This is my and like you said, there is in my book, according to me, there is no bad perfume. You like some, you don't like some, because
Yes.
it has this dimension of nostalgia. You have good memories, you end up liking the perfume. I grew up on a farm, so I love barnyard, because that brings me good memories of from my childhood.
Yeah,
uh,
nostalgic. Yeah,
Most people don't, and that's okay. That's the thing. So when I was growing up, when you didn't have money or didn't understand perfumery, I used to buy all these colognes, and like these are cheap ass colognes, right? So because that's all I could afford. They didn't smell good. I didn't feel like, okay, this is not me. Maybe some citrus, sure, but then as I grew up, as I started exploring, there's a world out there, and there are things you don't like. That's okay. There are things you absolutely love, and that's fine too. And that doesn't mean everybody likes it, and that is
right.
okay as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, this is good, man. Hey, Harsha, these are five really good scents, five really good artisanal scents, y'all. But the funny thing is that there are two on here that I would actually wear. I would actually wear out. Um, it would take the one. I think the what was it? The first
Sashadri.
one, the
Oh,
first one that I talked about.
oh, the
The
10
Ten
Summers
Summers of
Galia.
Galia.
Uh-huh.
10 Summers of Galia is good, clean. I just wear that around the house. That's easy reach, right? Then you've got Sahedrin.
Sa-
Sahyadri.
Sahyadri. Yeah,
Sahyadri. All right.
perfect.
That's also a really good one because I like that. That's the tantric one. All right. Yes. Love that one. That one, definitely a bottle, right? Definitely a bottle I'll be into. You got coffee day, definitely I'll be interested in 10 meal because that's something that it's nostalgic for the purpose of the Arabic coffee. For me, it means something. Just like you have a story on your date, on your coffee dates with your wife and
Yeah,
whatnot. For me, it takes me back to when I was teaching. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
definitely like that one. But the Rosa Animal, all right, that one I could actually try and wear in certain situations because of how it's put together with the violet suppressing some of the animalic nature, but me still enjoying that along with the roses and the floral support within there. That is another one that would be I would say is more wearable. But the Temple of Mysore is definitely artisanal. Definitely puts you in mind of that temple that you were describing you know, and it's good. Now I'm telling you right now, the only thing I'm wondering right now is I gotta smell amber Loban. At some point, I gotta put my
I'm gonna
nose
send you. I'll
there
send you. I'll send you. I'll ship it your way.
because amber is my favorite accord. All right, amber is my favorite
It,
accord. Ask anybody. I've been talking about whether it is the different varieties of amber, whether it's sweet, natural, dry. You've got damp, kind of wet and creamy amber as well. You've got the dark one that's usually blended with woods or oud. I love amber. At this point, I haven't smelt an amber fragrance that has done me dirty. I'll be honest with you.
okay.
And it can, I've smelled some from all the way over here to all the way over here, but they're all good within their own right. Seriously.
I'll send one your way. Yeah, I think you like amber perfumes. This is yours. I'll take a note of it. I know I'll forget.
Yeah,
Okay, I don't even have a pen. Can you do me a favor? Can just send me a note so that I can send it your way. I
for
really
sure.
think I would
For
appreciate. Yeah,
sure.
just send me a note and I'll take care of it.
I definitely will. But these, hey, you are onto something. It's a shame. I know the perfumetry, it can be costly at times. And then for the niche, the indie niche brands and whatnot, because some of them are so artisanal, you don't necessarily get the respect or the wind, the catch wind that some of these other brands that are making more mass appealing fragrances do. But look, I at no point do I want any of y'all that I've smelt to stop because these are good. Even if
Thank you.
you
Thank you.
even if you just making your money back, you know what I'm saying, for who you send these out to, these are good.
Thank you. I
These
appreciate
are,
it. And these things keep me going. Thank you for the kind words. I really like it.
yeah,
Thank
man,
you.
man. I look, I love art. I do. I do. I was an art nerd in school from playing multiple instruments. I mean, I always liked to watch people hone their craft, no matter what it may be. And I used to think I'd be a Renaissance man, but it was never in perfumetry. You know what I'm saying? I see. I keep saying perfumetry,
That's
perfumery.
okay.
Yeah,
It has a beautiful ring to it, so don't worry about it.
yeah, yeah, man. But yeah, I appreciate that, Joel. For anybody who's looking, man, Joel just put a link to his IG. I'm gonna have it in my description when this is over. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the description of this live, and I'm gonna have I'm gonna probably try and put like a little piece of it up on IG, to bring people in. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, this is good. But like I said, I've always enjoyed people's artistic talents. Never been a perfume guy, wanted to make one, but hey, I'm definitely want to enjoy one. All right, and
Thank you.
this is good, man. Marshall, you're on to something with this. This is good.
Yes, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it, and thank you for having me. It's such a beautiful surprise. I'm
It was
just
my pleasure.
happy to be part of Luke's car. Man, that guy's funny, and you guys had so much fun. Yeah, I was having a yeah great
Luke is
time.
family.
Thank you.
Luke is the brother that I recently found. You know what I'm saying? And his stories are hilarious. But for what it's worth, if you think those stories are funny, oh man, the ones when we just happen to get together, if I call him randomly or if he calls me, oh my god, man. That's why sometimes we'll just start talking. We'll just stop. We'll just start laughing because it's like, dude, we was just talking about something that was crazy.
Yeah. Oh, this was a lot of fun. I thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And
No,
the
it was
comments,
my pleasure, my man. And I will message you, but I tell you what, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. I will message you about that. But man, when you get something else on, man, I love having artisanal perfumers on here
absolutely.
after conversation. You let me know. I'll get you back on here for sure.
Yep,
Man.
working on two of those. That's what, hopefully April, I'm way behind actually. Hopefully April, end of April, I should have something ready. I'm working on tuberose based, jasmine based perfume, two of them. And the third one is my version of uh, a leather, Russian leather perfume. So
Okay,
I'm
okay.
looking forward to those three, and hopefully by end of April, still working on those. I'll keep you all posted. I keep posting stuff on Instagram, so I'm learning all this. I'm really bad at social media. It's the first time I'm on it, so I'll figure out things to reach out and all that stuff. So
For sure, for sure. And if you do come up with a website or whatnot, at
I
some
will
point, let me know so I can put that in the description as well eventually. And
absolutely.
because I want the people that watch this going forward to be able to connect with you so long as you're still doing this.
Yes, absolutely. And website will come up. Working on it.
Okay.
It's me and my wife working on this, so we have day jobs and then working, like figuring out all of this. It's been fun. It's been a lot of work. So we'll get the website up by in a couple of months, I think.
Sounds good, my man. Well,
Thank
hey,
you.
again, Harsh, thank you for coming through. Thank you for the samples as well. And man, hey, look forward to some more conversation and going from there, man. Keep up the great
Likewise.
work.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.
All right, my guy. Talk to you later.
Bye. Bye.
All right, y'all. Hey, that was Harsha from Aroma Sutra. Man, I'm telling y'all right now, y'all, great house. If you are looking for some artisanal perfumes, I'm talking about ones that will paint a picture, that will literally either put you in the mood or put you in the frame of mind of where they came from. Go check his house out. And like I said, like World said, like I said, look, the oud that's in here, even the animalic ones, they are not the fecal ones. These are the ones that they may reach out and touch you, but they're not gonna grab you. You know what I'm saying? These are good, well blended. You know what I'm saying? Several of them are ones you can wear for various situations, and some of them might be more personal or something you enjoy by yourself. Something that other people may not necessarily get the same feeling as you may. All right, but check him out again. His link for his IG page will be in the description. Send him a message. Think he'll be able to create a discovery set for you or whatnot and go from there, man. But hey, appreciate y'all for coming out, man. Again, appreciate y'all for spending this time on your Sunday with me, especially when the playoffs are going on. I'm not sure who's winning right now, whether it's the Rams or Chicago. Again, hey, best of luck to both of them. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, screw them both because they're not the Cowboys or the Texans. All right. And we'll go from there. Oh, the Rams won? Oh, okay. All right. Well, hey, congratulations to them. But man, hey, once again, y'all, thank y'all for coming out. All right. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Again, you could be anywhere but here, but you chose to be here with your boy on Sips and Sniffs to have a good time. And for that, I am truly and forever grateful. All right. And with that being said, let every sip be a sip of inspiration and every sniff lead to a new discovery, man. Thank y'all for joining in on this Sunday discovery. What is it? Sunday fun day, Sunday sampling. Y'all have a blessed night. Until the next one.
Rod